At the DP World India Championship, Rory McIlroy decided to leave his driver out of his bag due to the challenges on the course, like trees lining the fairway. I don't know, guys. I can think of one other golfer who could have really used a driver. Welcome to the Moonstamp Cast. I am Jordan. This is the oh wow, that's a lot of women to my smash his car girl, Brian. Brian, how are you?
I'm great. Holy shit, that was good. I liked that one a lot. We got a lot to talk about today.
We do. A scary amount to talk about. Most of it playoffs related for baseball and some Monday Night Football, because we'll discuss this later. But are the Bills ass? And it might be, the answer might be yes.
I wouldn't say they're ass. I think everyone just crowned them a tad too early.
But they didn't look good, and Josh Allen looked not. I mean, it was a two touchdowns, good. 2 turnovers, not good. So I don't know how I feel.
Jameis Winston impression.
He went 50-50. Again, this is just a long journey we're going to have to the Colts being and the Super Bowl, which this is our Colts' third team. Apparently, all of AFC will bleed blue if the Broncos don't. We're going to horse around. That's still my take. Is it's a horsing around AFC Championship. With all that said, the big news though is the MLB playoffs, and I'd like to just start this off the easiest way possible. Congratulations to the LA Dodgers on your 2025 World Series, going back to back for, I think, the first time since, was it 2009? Whatever year it was. So congratulations to you on that. I hate every part of my being that I had to say that, because as much as fun as the ALCS has been so far, it's like the Chiefs last season, no matter how close the game was, no matter how badly they did, it was just another win for them because they went fucking 15-1. It feels that way with the Dodgers, where it's like, yeah, this is awesome. Like, the Brewers were a great team throughout the regular season. They're not doing well in the postseason when it comes to scoring runs, but and then the Mariners and Blue Jays are having they're having a runoff right now, as in they're just scoring runs. None of it fucking matters because the Dodgers are going to come in with their 7,000 stars, and their biggest star on the team is making $7 million this year. Every time he plays bad, they just think well, that's pretty good for a guy who's making $7 million this year, or making $2 million.
128.
Yeah, I mean, that's what do you expect from a guy who's making $7 million this year? Not much. Obviously, it's not $70 million. That'd be crazy for a guy to make.
It's crazy that the best player in baseball, because of deferred money, can make $7 million a year while not being not arbitration or anything. He signed that contract. That's kind of what's leading to us to our next topic, but we'll get to that a little bit later. We still have some talk with that lockout. Yeah, dude, this Dodgers pitching staff is crazy. And anyone could have had Snell, by the way. He was a free agent. Mm-hmm. Anyone could have had him. And then the Dodgers were just like, here's $162 million or something like that.
And we're going to also only pay you some of it right now. So you can Bobby Bonilla this till the end of time. It's objectively, I know it's fair. It is fair in the sense that it's allowed to happen. But spiritually, it feels like not fair. It's whenever you read a rule and you're it's like malicious compliance or I don't know, where you read a rule and you're oh yes, I can do this. It's well, yeah, you can, but that's against the spirit of the rule. The spirit of the rule of MLB the baseball is not you can pay a guy $1 billion, which we're kind of close on one guy with that, and just be we'll pay you that over 30 years. It seems not fair. Now that could come back and bite them at some point, but if you're the Dodgers, you're we can just do this fucking forever until the country, world, whatever falls apart. We can just say we're going to pay you in the future, and one day it's never going to come up where one day it's oh yeah, you have to pay everyone today, unless Rob Manfred does that. Rob Manfred is never going to do that. Unless Rob Manfred says actually no more. You guys all your debts are owed today. Never going to happen, because also contractually it can't happen. It is the most annoying thing in baseball right now. We don't like the Mariners here. We don't like the Mariners here. I actually have a soft spot for the Mariners. I have a soft spot for them. I always have. They're
two of my favorite baseball players of all time that are not Astros were Seattle Mariners. That's Ichiro Suzuki and Ken Griffey Jr. I still hate them.
They're playing incredible baseball right now.
Yes.
If they were to go up against, let's say, the Brewers, I think they'd win. If they were to go up against the Cubs, they'd win. Basically, any other team, I think they actually would win. The problem is they're facing what is essentially a super team. They're basing an NBA. They're the 2016 Warriors or the 2017 Warriors, 2015 Warriors. They're facing them, who's a super team with Kevin Durant, which if like every other player is Kevin Durant.
Shohei Ohtani is the Kevin Durant of baseball, is what you're saying.
I actually don't hate that take, and Kevin, please don't hurt me, because you're now in my city.
Yeah, we love you.
I'm scared. We love you. Please don't be mean to me. This is a past Kevin Durant, not the current Kevin Durant. I change all my takes on James Harden as time progresses. As Chris Paul, all my takes change when it came to the Rockets.
Can I?
The same with Kevin Durant. Yeah.
Can I admit something to you?
Sure, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't. It sucked that it prevented the Rockets from winning a championship because we have some championship caliber teams. I don't. Even when it was happening, I was like, Kevin Durant made a smart decision, and like the Warriors were taking team friendly deals and stuff to make sure that they could pay everyone. Any other franchise could do that.
Can I say something? And there is podcast take Jordan, which is like, I'm going to say the most inflammatory thing I can, which is Kevin Durant is a bitch. We're going to the Warriors. Then there's the real, if you ask Jordan, what's your real take? It's like, yeah, like who fucking want to go to the Warriors? Like that's an insane thing. Like, oh yeah, in 2015, whatever, 2014, 2016, whatever year he went to the Warriors. If like the Sacramento Kings came and said, here is more money, do you think he would have gone to the Kings or the Warriors? And the answer is the Warriors every time.
Because he wanted to win a ring. And guess what? He did.
He did. And like, you can't take that away from him. As much as you want to asterisk that to death, you can't. It's like my take on Tom Herman. Tom Herman is a bitch, and I hope he fails in football for the rest of his career. At the same time, if my alma mater came to me as a football coach, which is like it's University of Texas, it's a top tier institution when it comes to football, academics. It's a top tier institution. As much as we don't want to say it is. It is. I think he's a bitch. At the same time, the decision makes complete sense to me. Now, do I think he went about it the wrong way? Yes. Do I think Kevin Durant probably went about it a little bit of the wrong way? Sure. At the same time, I fully understand the decision and think they made the right one for their careers. Now, maybe Tom Herman, not in the sense of his career, but like if Texas comes and calls you, also he's at FAU now, so clearly he did. If Texas comes and calls you, or like the Warriors come and call you, say, hey, well, we will pay you this money for your dream, which is an NBA championship or coaching your alma mater, you say yes. And so, yes, podcast runs to be like, those guys are bitches. At the same time, like intellectually, I can't get mad at them for that. Because the thing is, I'd probably do the same thing. Like if I was a professional athlete and it was like, I'm one of the best professional athletes there is. I just can't win a ring. And I don't know what to do. Hey, this super team is asking me to join their team. I'm going to join their team. Because as much as
my legacy as an NBA champion forever.
No one can take that away from you. Never. Like that it's always NBA champion Kevin Durant. And he was a good player beforehand. He's still a good player. Maybe he's not what player he was, but he's also old. Like, no offense to him, he's just old. It's what happens when you get older.
He was left off the Bleacher Report top 10 list for the first time in like 15 years or something like that. Because the daunted Bleacher Report top 10 list.
I mean, that's when I actually was a child, wanted to play basketball. I didn't, but let's, for the sake say, I was like, I really want to make the top 10, the Bleacher Report list. And I imagine every guy in the NBA is like, you know what I really want to do? Fuck winning championships. Fuck being MVP. I want that Bleacher Report top 10. So really Kevin Durant, I'm actually looking at him old. He's 37, by the way. The fact that we are now at his vaunted age of 37, which is like, you're deep in if you're like a normal person, you're deep in your career at that point. You're like, you're a senior manager at that point. Like at that point you have 2 or 3 kids and a house. The fact that he's 37 and we're like, he got left off the top 10 list. It's like, yeah, he's 37. That's actually insane that we're having that conversation right now. Like, as much as LeBron is insane for being limber and athletic at his age, like Kevin Durant is also insane for being limber, athletic, and still good at basketball at that age. Good enough at basketball where we're talking about this. So take nothing away from him whatsoever, especially when it comes to the Warriors. Like, good for him. Good for him. So I will say he's a bitch, but at the same time, like, I can't hate on it. Like that was objectively the correct move to take. There's no right way in that situation. So there's no Dabo Swinney. As much as I hate him, there's no Dabo Swinney in that situation. I just want to say a few more things on the CSs, if you'd like real quickly. I think the Blue Jays heard the Yankees fans saying, you guys are cheating at home, and said, okay, cool. We're going to lose at home badly 2 times in a row. go down 2-0, and then go to the Mariners and just beat the shit out of them. We're going to go to Seattle and beat the shit out of them and prove you all wrong. Because again, if you're cheating, like it's just the dumbest argument of all time. Like they either gave up cheating completely. They're like, actually, the Yankees fans found us out. We have to stop cheating, or they're not cheating. Your team's not as good as you think it is. And so I maybe someone in the stands or somewhere in the organization said, guys, we have to stop cheating for this game.
We don't want to get Astroed.
We don't want to get Astroed, even though we're clearly not cheating. Your team is just kind of not as good as you think it is. Again, listen, born too late to explore the world, born too early to explore the stars, born just in time to watch New York just fucking not be good at sports, or not win championships. They haven't won championships since I think 2009.
5,000 days or something like that.
Yeah. 5,000 days.
7,000 days?
Was it? What's
14 years?
16 years? No, it's 16 years.
16
2009.
Years?
That's
16 years.
16 times 365. I went to law school. I didn't go to math school. So let me just look that one up. 5,840. So about 6,000 days, which is, I mean, you can say whatever you want with the world these days. We might be in the good times though, because New York's not winning championships. At least the Yankees aren't. But yeah, no, it is funny that the Blue Jays were accused of cheating, and then all said, okay, we'll destroy them at home. And George Springer is now tied fourth on all-time postseason home run leaders.
He's standalone fourth.
Is he standalone fourth? Okay.
Yeah, and dude, it's so funny that they made a top list, and it was the top 6 just so they could have Derek Jeter at the bottom. Go fuck yourself.
Because there's never been you either do top 5 or top 10. There's no 6, 7. Like,
why 6?
I understand.
Just so you can get the name up there.
Well, I saw one person say, it's to fit in the graphic. It's like, you can make the font bigger. Like, you don't have, you don't just, you have to actually fit in the graphic. And this is the exact font. Like, make the font 3 or 4 times bigger. Or not 3 times, like 3 or 4 bigger. Make the graphic different. You don't have to include the 6. It's just, again, as much as like, I will say, if Derek Jeter played in Kansas City, he'd never have bought a single woman a gift basket. He'd probably actually be married with 2 kids. I think he's married with 1 kid now, but I meant like they'd be teenagers or something like that. It wouldn't be the gift basket brigade. As much as I want to say that, it's like, dude, the media also just it's kind of like you with the NFL international games, just kind of by the balls. As much like, I don't know, I'll take that to my grave that if he played in Kansas City, no one would give a shit about him. With that said, another stat. Sorry, Brewers fans. Dodgers are 4-0 on the road this season or this postseason, which is insane. I think a gentleman's sweep is coming, only because I think they're not going to go 4 out. But I do think a gentleman's sweep is coming in that series. So sorry. Rest in peace. We'll have fun in Cancun with. Rest in peace to a real one. And the last thing, Max Scherzer is starting tonight, which is Thursday for the Blue Jays. I think he might kill someone just because it feels like a game where Max Scherzer's going to Max Scherzer it up. And I mean that respectfully, because he probably would. Like Kevin Durant called me a bitch to my face, but he wouldn't hurt me. Max Scherzer would hurt me. So I worry for him. That's all I have on the CSs. We can talk about the lockout. I have some things on Astros fans as well that I've been seeing online. And I just kind of want to talk no one listens to this podcast. So I want to talk some shit on them. Cause I think they're being morally repugnant people is what I have to say. So
let's hit the lockout first. Looks like 2027, maybe no baseball.
There's no way in my mind that unless something changes. There's no world where I think the CBA gets re-upped in 2026. And I think we go into 2027 without a contract because we're at this weird place where like the MLB Players Association does not want a cap. They don't like a cap. It hurts their players. The problem is the owners are like, hey, there's like a team committing tax fraud. Now they're not committing tax fraud, but like it's like light tax fraud. It's light fraud. Sure, no one's going to get them in jail, but it's like you are. Yeah, it's like I committed some light treason. I committed some light fraud with my accounting. It's like Enron accounting. You can just make things up and it sounds good. If you're following the Kawhi story, you just make things up with your marketing terms and it sounds good. And it all works out. I don't think that like as much as like the owners of the Pirates and the Athletics, they don't give a shit in spending money. There are certain teams that are like, hey, it kind of does suck. Like maybe if you're the Brewers, you're like, it does suck that like we are a good team. Like we are a team who's worked hard. We're the power of friendship team. Mariners are more power, but Brewers are as well. We worked hard to get here. We played the right game. We played by the rules, played it the right way. Yeah, we're not paying $700 million, like almost $1 billion, almost $750 million to a guy over like 20 years. That's insane to us. That doesn't make any sense. That's not how this works. And so I think the owners are going to be like, dude, we have to do something. Like, it's unfair as a team, as teams, that there is one or two teams, like the Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers, who can just go like, here is money. Here, have money. Steve Cohen is fucking printing $1 billion every 2 seconds. It's like, yeah, he can just pay things forever. And like, is it somewhat unfair? Yes. At the same time, it's like unfair to baseball. As much as you want to call shit on the Astros, and fine, do it. Have fun with it. As much as you want to shit on the Astros, you can also shit on like, hey, it makes zero sense that we have this weird discrepancy. We're like, oh, it's like soccer. We're like, if your ownership has a lot of money, too bad. It fucking sucks to be you. Everyone else, go fuck yourself. So I think we're gonna have lockouts because the players associations will be like, no, we love that our players get more money. The owners gonna be like, hey, we don't like, we are billionaires, but like we also are not like Steve Cohen billionaires. We're not like Dodgers billionaires who can just go have fun with it. So yeah, there's a lockout coming. Altuve is gonna get fucked on his 3,000 journey.
That's my biggest upset thing. Oh no! First off, missing up baseball is going to be brutal. We're going to have nothing. Well, no, we'll have NBA and NHL.
Yeah, but we'll have like summer will be
summer.
dead.
We're going to have Jack. Well, we'll have the World Cup.
We'll have no. That's 2026.
Fuck.
So 2027. There's nothing.
There's nothing.
There's no Olympics. There's no World Cup. There's like international soccer tournaments, but is it the same as like we don't have baseball on?
So as soon as the finals are over for the NBA and NHL, it's just nothing until football.
It is like, and then we call it dead season.
WNBA.
Like,
this is their chance.
Kathy Engelberg will actually make sure it doesn't happen. She herself will go to the MLB office and be like, fix this. I don't want people watching my sport. But you know, it's going to be dead. But like, the bigger issue is, if there's a salary cap, there should probably be a floor as well.
I 100% agree. And that's the only way this happens, is if there's also a floor.
It depends on, will the owners agree to that?
No,
because if you're the Pirates, if you're the Athletics, if you're the fucking Rays, are you going to go in there and be like, actually, I don't want to pay much money, or I want to pay a certain amount of money? It's like, I like having basically the same salaries to AAA team. It's nice. I'm a billionaire. I make my money, whatever. There are lots of owners who go into this. Like, there's not, as much as I want to criticize Steve Ballmer for being Steve Ballmer and everything that's happened, he does care about his organization and wants it to succeed. He does not see it as a money-making endeavor. He sees it as like, I want my team
hobby.
It's his hobby. And there are like multiple billionaires who are like that when it comes to sports. They're like, as much as I want to make money, this is my hobby and I want my team to succeed. There are so many owners who go into that saying like, it would be cool if it made some, like a little bit of change off this. And I could also say I was the owner of a team. It's like, I don't know. It's like owning, I don't know. I'm not like a billionaire. It's like owning something stupid. It's like owning my like fucking this thing. It's kind of dumb. It looks kind of cool. I have it on my desk. It's where I keep my pens. Like, okay, just kind of a cool thing to have. It's like that for them, except I don't know if the owners who are not spending money would be like, oh yes, let's spend money all of a sudden. So I worry that
you force them to sell their teams, and you get owners that are going to follow the new rules. It's never going to happen. These is how you solve it. It can never happen. It'll be a legal battle till the end of time if that's what the case was.
Well, I also don't think like I don't think Manfred's going to be like pushing that. Like as much as he hates baseball, he will want baseball back on at least. Because at some point people will get annoyed at the entire situation. Fans, players, owners, everyone will get annoyed and just draw a line. So at some point, like we're not going to have baseball. I don't think the 2027 lockout will be a full season lockout. It's going to be like a COVID season lockout, maybe shorter,
60
maybe longer.
games,
something like that. It's something. I don't know what it is, but it is something.
Still, you mentioned it. Altuve losing a whole season or even part of the season. That sucks.
That sucks. And like the thing is, not just Altuve, there are other guys like him who maybe not be like star players who are like, I'm losing on a season. Like, I'm never going to hit 3,000 hits.
Trout in pursuit of 500 career home runs. He just passed over 400.
Yeah.
Losing a whole season sucks.
There's going to be a ton of guys who are just like, what the fuck? You lost me a season at the same time. I don't think ownership's going to be, especially if the Dodgers win this World Series, which I think we've kind of all acquiesced to the fact they are, as much as we don't want to. We've acquiesced to that fact. I think it's going to happen, and owners are going to make a big deal about it, especially like the Mariners, the Brewers. Like, they're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, we did it the quote unquote right way. Even though, like, again, the Dodgers are not breaking any rules, but it kind of feels like they are. It's just like, it's like you get a Bobby Bonilla every once in a while. We're like, we'll just defer your payments because we think Bernie Madoff's going to make us money. You don't get to do that with like every fucking contract that comes through the door. That just seems ridiculous. So hopefully they change that rule too. But yeah, we will have a lockout, and it's gonna suck. And summer might suck. Not really, but it's sports wise it will suck.
Sports wise it will suck.
Yeah. Anything else on the lockout, Brian?
Man, I've got nothing else on baseball.
I have one thing on baseball.
I do have one more thing on baseball. My bad.
Go ahead.
Alex Bregman is opting out of his contract. Jordan, I have a question for you. Would you want to see him in an Astros uniform again? I have an answer.
I'm going to say no. Like, as of right now, I'm not sure I want him back. Now, hold on. Let me think through this. And I'll talk through this because this is podcasting. I think he'll bring a good sense of leadership and congeniality to the team? Yes. Or not congeniality, but the congealed whatever to the team. Yes, I do. Do I think his numbers at the end of his Red Sox run were great? No. At the same time, that's kind of just Alex Bregman. That is who he is. We need something. I don't know if Alex Bregman is the answer to that something. At the same time, I'm going to say no for posterity's sake, but let me think through it more because I think this is I'm thinking maybe too much about this, but I would say no for right now.
I would absolutely say no. We have a stuffed infield as it is that we're going to have to make some decisions in the next coming months before spring training about. People are calling for Christian Walker to get traded. He has a no trade clause, everyone. He could just say, go fuck yourself. And
Paredes is coming back.
And we've got Correa. We've got Pena. Second base, I mean, oh, man, who's the guy we traded for?
I can look it up as we go. So,
but I mean, second base is a question mark, really. But besides that, we have Correa was playing a great third base. Paredes was playing a great third base. Paredes is not small enough to play or quick enough to play second base.
Urias or Ramon Urias.
Yeah. So yeah, we have third baseman Carlos Correa. We have backup shortstop Carlos Correa. We have we've got Paredes at third, Pena at short. Correa at second? Why not?
He could play anywhere he wants. Honestly,
he's incredible. I would like him at second more than I would like Paredes because Paredes isn't as to me he's not as mobile.
No,
but and then Christian,
if anything,
go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't even love him at third as it is. He feels spiritual like a first baseman to me. That's beside the point, though.
Well, that's what people are saying is what if we put him at first and once again, so we're going to have Christian Walker sitting on the bench for $20 million a year. He has a no trade clause. He's not going to probably does not waive it because we're in a decent position if we can get some of our people healthy. If we don't lose 40, if we don't have 40 IL stints. And if we get some pitching help. So that's what the focus needs to be for me. It's Jake Meyer stays healthy for center field. God, what do you do with Altuve? That's the big problem. I guess DH him and put Alvarez in left field for all home games because left field's not huge in Minute Maid or Daikin.
Oh.
But
I was going to say, this is where the whole lockout comes into play a little bit in people's analysis. And like this Christian Walker is also not going to say no to a trade probably because let's say he gets traded and he goes somewhere kind of shitty. You were losing a year as it is. And at some point he's gonna be like, well, I kind of want to win something one more time before I retire. Cause he's an older, is he older? He's a little bit older. I don't know. I think he's in his 30s.
Oh yeah,
like he's in his
well into his 30s.
Yeah, I can't think of how old he is.
30. He's 34.
Okay, so yeah, mid 30s. But there's an analysis that like this may be one of my last chances to have a good run, because if 2027 is truly a lockout, you got one season before either nothing or a shortened season. So if you're Christian Walker, and probably a lot of guys, because like if you're a team, you're also devaluing 2027 guys, guys who's everything comes up in 2027, whose contract come up in 2027. When you're thinking like they might have time to just deal with that shit, and we might not even be able to. You might not even be able to do anything with them if it comes up in. We don't get something in 2026. Well, we can negotiate with them in 2027, or like 27, 28 guys. So there's a lot of like. As much as this is about the Astros as an organization, it's also about, well, how do you posture for the potential of a 2027 lockout? And like, what do you do with your guys there? And like, what are players thinking about as well? Because like Altuve probably is like, I want to be able to hit 3,000. I'm going to get fucked if 2027 is off the table, at least partially or all the way. So, especially with Christian Walker, he's not going to, he may, if like, you say like, hey, you can go to the Dodgers and make $30 million over the next 10 years. He might say yes. I don't know. He might say yes. But at the same time, he's like, well, I'm going to like the Orioles. I'm not going to the Orioles, especially if 2027 is off the table. So that's just a quick weird thing I was been thinking about. It's like, what do you do if you're a player and you're like, I don't really, if you're old enough to where you're like, I may retire or I may stay, but what do I do? So
also, we have a shit ton of right-handed bats already.
Yeah,
we need a left-handed bat. We need a left-handed. Oh God, I don't know what we do.
No. And also, like, again, not to bring it back, but are we trading for anyone right now? Like,
No.
Are we going to look at, we're not going to trade anyone for right now. Because like 2026, you get your guys and then who knows what 2027 is. So basically everyone's doing the analysis of this is kind of a one season thing. And then it's going to be a new world on the other side. Mm-hmm. Unless something happens, but I don't think something's going to happen. One more thought on baseball. Astros fans on Twitter and just Astros fans in general. There was that tweet about Mariners fans crying after one playoff win, game win, and basically calling them losers. And then there were other things about like from big market teams saying like, I wonder what it's like to be a small market team, just not have to care about anything. And I saw like Houston fans joining in on that. And to me, that's like morally repugnant because as much as the Astros have been good for the past decade, a little less than a decade, but about a decade, there was a time when the Astros fucking sucked. They were a bad team. And like you and I watched 2005 World Series and saw just the absolute soul crush that happens. And then they never really recovered from that. And so it makes me like upset to see Astros fans acting like this because one, you also experienced with the Texans. So shut the fuck up. I mean, that's if you're in Houston. If you're somehow like in Austin, Cowboys, Astros fans, one, how do you do that? How does that work? But two, it's just, it is upsetting to see because part of being an Astros fan in like 2016, 2017, 2018 is like celebrating those victories. Like I remember being in 2017 going like, oh, we're probably not going to win the World Series, but like, I'm so fucking cool we're in the ALCS. Mm-hmm. I think at the World Series, like it's the first World Series since 2005. I don't know how I feel because it's the Dodgers, but like at the same time, and then you win, you go like, oh, that's so cool. I'm so excited. This is the best thing that ever happened in my life. And then it just keeps going. It's 4 World Series and what, like 5 years, 6 years. It makes me upset to see that just because like, as much as we are like a good team now, except for maybe this year, but they're still a good team. It's morally repugnant to me to make fun of like teams for being excited about winning in ways they haven't won in a long time. Because I remember 2017 as an Astros fan, being like, this is the coolest thing. Like one win is all that matters. Also, like think like March Madness. As a UH fan, it's survive in advance. It's the same thought process. Like beating Gonzaga was cool. Like you beat your round of 64 team as a 1 seed. You're like, it's still a win. Like you get excited from that. So it just, I don't like seeing Astros fans do that. You should remember it's like the dinosaur thing. Like remember who you are. With a chicken nugget but it's a remember who you are situation. So whatever. That's all my notes on baseball though.
Yeah. I mean, what else you got? Like I have my big games for college football and then I've got my picks for NFL and that's it.
I have one college football note.
Go ahead.
So Indiana, Ohio State are not playing anyone in the top 25 for the rest of the season, according to the schedule right now. And there are SEC fans complaining about this. Like A&M plays like 4, and Tennessee plays 3. There's a lot of competition in the SEC. The SEC is also a smaller conference. And the question I have, and it's not a question I have answered. It's a question I have is, at what point do conferences start saying we're going to dilute the amount of the good teams in our conference and add bad teams? So the Big Ten has 20 teams. There are not going to be 10 good teams in this conference. It's hard to do. And so at what point do conferences say, like, what if we add 8 other teams? And they're like not as good. Like I saw something about the SEC adding NC State, which by the way, no, we're not doing that. NC State is an ACC, spiritually an ACC team, if anything. But what point does SEC go like, well, listen, like Tennessee might get fucked because they might lose 2 or 3 more games. And that fucking sucks. That's not good. Because especially if we want to increase our chances of that as a conference of winning the national championship. So what do? Let's just add 8 bad teams like the SEC or the Big Ten did and dilute it. So like Ohio State looks really good. I still think they're good. I still think they're a good team. Still think they might go back to back. But it's a different thing when you're like, I can play the cupcakes. Like I can play Rutgers at the end of like week 15, not week 15. Like week 10, I can play Rutgers. That rocks. That's awesome. Because you're like, hey, that's an easier game. As much as, Rutgers probably won't like to hear that. I can play Maryland. It's a weird calculus on their part. Do we keep the integrity of the conference, or do we say like, let's add some sinkers in just so we can make sure during conference play, we have enough guys to like make our teams look really good, but they don't have to play the hard teams. So that's just a question I kind of thinking about. So I saw SEC fans, as morally repugnant as they are as people, complain about that. And I don't think they're wrong. So that was that.
I don't think it happens. I don't think they're going to do that because SEC prides themselves on having the best. Like look at all of our teams; they're all good. But also, fans are just going to bitch and complain no matter what the situation is. They're the ones that are in. We have the worst situation. So
I say I agree with you until the Big Ten gets more teams, like a considerable amount more teams in the college football playoff because of the 20 teams than the SEC. And I think that's when a real discussion begins in certain offices of like, well, we just had 2 or 3 more teams. Let's add an NC State. Let's add like a Tulane. Let's add them in and maybe do something. So it's not that I'm not advocating for this, by the way. It's more of if you're playing the game, it's like, remember in high school, you play the GPA game to have a better GPA. Like you take maybe an easier class here, but like a harder class here and whatever. You play the GPA game to have a better GPA. It's like that for the college football playoff. So I listen, I hate the Big Ten having 20 teams. It makes me angry. It makes me very angry to see that. The fact that UCLA is complaining about going east, I'm like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? You're in the Big Ten. Of course you're going east. I hate it. But at the same time, like, at what point does the calculus begin in some certain officials' heads of, well, we want our teams to have better records, and then they want them to play as hard teams like the Big Ten is doing. Again, the Big Ten ruins everything. So that's all I have to say. That's my last college football note.
We got a stacked slate, dude. We got number 10 LSU at number 17 Vanderbilt. We have number 5 Ole Miss at number 9 Georgia. We have 11 Tennessee at 6 Alabama. We have 20 USC at Notre Dame. Go Irish. And we have Missouri at Auburn, which I think is going to be a good game. Mm-hmm. And then the last ranked game is the Holy War, 23 Utah at 15 BYU. This is going to be a fun Saturday on paper. Every time I get super excited for a slate, it just gets shoved down my throat that it's just blowout wins and not good games, and I'm just like, and then it's always the one that I'm like, this is going to be a stinker of a day. That's the banger of the year.
I want to say the Holy War is going to be really good, but I feel like it's not going to be really good. I don't know why. Just spiritual, like something feels wrong. I feel like, I don't know if this is the right way to opinion, but I'm going to say it. I feel like last year college football was pretty zany. I think this year the NFL has taken that zaniness, and college football has become kind of boring. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Whoa.
No, I mean like in. I don't know. I see. I didn't think this through. This is off the dome. So I'm trying to think. Like last week was fun. I don't know. I know if that's the right thing. I was trying to think
this has been
something
a pretty fun year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was trying to think of something off the dome, but that's not right. So forget I said a single thing about that. This is what happens when you give my takes. They're mostly not thought through during the podcast, and then people can make fun of me in real life, like the people who think we're UT fans. I'm not. Actually, quite the opposite. Actually, sir, not at all. So, I have some NFL notes before.
Please.
Okay, I said, "Are the Bills ass?"
I don't think they're ass. They're just we just crowned them too early.
But they also, here's the thing, Brian. They gave up 443 yards of offense to the Falcons. And the thing is, now here's the thing. Bijan Robinson is having a very interesting season because
he might be the best back in football.
He might be, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's doing it while having a very low yards before contact. So he only has 2.3 yards before contact, which says that he's getting hit by a defender and he keeps going. He said Monday he had like 150 yards of offense, which if you're taking the 2.3 and 150 yards, I can't remember how many carries. That's like an insane stat actually, from first touch to actually getting down. Great game for him. I think I need to check on the Bills' run defense. Falcons are going to lose this week, by the way, because the 49ers have actually great run defense. And the one game they looked really good in this year, the games they look good, they focus on running. Because Bijan Robinson, best back in the league.
Your boy Ed Oliver is on the Bills defensive line.
He's also my age. I'm 29. I don't know if that counts as cool stuff anymore. And like, that's not to say anything bad about Ed Oliver. That's just to say that I don't know. Let's just say that the Bills' defense is not that good this year, comparatively. Like, it is not a hate on Ed Oliver as a person. It's like Bills' defense just isn't good this year, and that was a concern last year as well. But they're just not very good this year, and it's okay. The problem is it was offense Ferrari, defense. They're like a sedan, like a kind of 2011 sedan. They're not great, but they're not bad. Yeah, but the offense is.
I think we all got blown away. Because we all assumed the Ravens are known for having a great defense. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. This is where my brain went. The Ravens are known for having a great defense. That is not the case this year.
No.
So we all saw Ravens-Bills week one, and they put up 40 points, and we were like, these two quarterbacks are crazy. They're doing this against like these defenses, like holy shit. Like the Ravens are supposed to be amazing offensively, so of course they put up 40, and the Bills put up 40 against this Ravens defense. Holy shit! Mm-hmm. No, it just turns out it was two very good offenses. Well, Ravens kind of fell off versus ass tier defense.
Yeah. I think we got tricked.
Yeah,
we got tricked. I did have a thought, and I started this thought, and it's not a complete thought because I didn't do much research. Because I thought of it, it's 12:54 p.m. I think I thought of it like 11:40, and I was like, shit, okay. And I was like, I gotta look this up. Is there a marriage curse on offensive players who get married to high-profile stars? And Josh Allen not having a great season so far. Not having a great season. He's good, but he's not great. Christian McCaffrey last season got hurt. Not a good season because he got hurt. But the problem is, I was like, who is the other offensive player I can think of who's married someone really famous? I go, Sierra and Russell Wilson. And I looked it up because they got married in 2016. Turns out it was Russell Wilson's best season. So this whole thing holds no weight right now. He threw for like 4,500 yards. I know I see you're crossing out the clip right now. Sorry, there's no clip to this. I mean, you can clip it still and just be like, there's no theory. But I did wonder if there was maybe it's a new age thing.
I thought you were going to tell me that in 2016, like that was when Russ began to fall off, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Damn it.
No, it was his best season of all time. So I need to find. I think I'll come back next week and see if I can find if marrying someone famous is a curse in the 2020s. I need to find out who's married someone famous. So I can't think of anyone else.
Whoa. Hey, I might have a name for you.
Who?
Guy, he's a safety. I think he's on the Bears now, married Simone Biles.
Well, okay, let me retract. Let me redo this again. Players who were good beforehand.
Okay.
No offense to that guy. No offense to that guy. But like saying Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, you're like the guy on the Bears.
Well, he was a Texan, and then he was a Packer.
He wasn't. Yeah. No, he was a Texan. They mixed him in Houston, became a Packer, now a Bear. But like, I'm talking about guys who are noticeable, where it's like, I say Josh Allen's name, and it's known. I say Christian McCaffrey's name, and it's still known. It's probably not Josh Allen, but it's known. I say Simone Biles' husband.
No. You need to sleep on this take for a year. Okay. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged. You need to sleep on this take for a year. This is the one that'll push it over. If Kelce, because Kelce's not having a great season, but if he goes after he gets married, boom, case made.
Okay, the problem with the case,
Google Calendar.
There's one factor in here that Josh Allen and Christian McCaffrey are not running up against. That's the fact is, as of today, which actually his birthday was last 2 weeks ago, he is 36 years old, which means by the time, theoretically, let's say they get married next year, he'll be 37 years old playing football. And as much as I'll be like, wow, he got ass. It's like, did he get ass or is he 37? Like, what is there? There might be a little, I mean, again, he could be a LeBron, but he's not a LeBron. I've seen his, like, no offense to his body. He's a great body. He takes care of himself. But like, LeBron is also a genetic freak who spends like $1 million a year on his own body. Travis Kelce looks like he and Patrick go drinking every once in a while. And that's no offense to them. It's just saying LeBron is like a genetic freak. My Labubu Bear is a genetic freak. I actually saw a LeBron Labubu. I was like, oh, it's actually a Labubu.
Jesus.
Yeah, I almost bought it because it was like $12. I was like, oh, it'd be really funny to have, but I don't know if I can justify. Like, even for $12, I cannot justify the purchase. If it was like $5, I'd be like, I think I can justify the purchase. 12, I'm like, I don't know. They're 2 digits. I don't know if I can justify that type of a purchase. Last thing on this NFL, costliest fumble of the season so far by the Commanders there. Maybe, I don't know. Just take I've thought up because Jaden Daniels fumbled it. Costliest fumble of the season so far.
Costliest fumble of the season. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that's correct. I didn't. Again, this is another take I thought of at the last second. But there's another one. I knew there's another one. Yeah. Okay.
Derrick Henry has two game-changing. Yeah. No. Derrick Henry.
I knew I missed one. It is one of the costliest, but not the costliest.
Mm-hmm. I'd go Derrick Henry against the Bills, and then Derrick Henry against. Oh, where was it? It was the next week. Who did the Ravens play week 2?
I don't know. It wasn't as good. It
wasn't week 2. It must have been week 3 because they beat the shit out of the Browns. The Lions.
Lions. Okay. Yeah, I remember those. Okay, I remember when I said Derrick Henry was going to be the best running back in the league this season, and he was going to get hurt. I'm just stupid. Turns out it's Bijan Robinson. Last thing, this might be a Pope play. The Bears are, I think, maybe the first team, maybe in a long time at least, to have 3 straight 3 turnover games, or 3 straight defensive takeaways in 3 straight games. So the Pope is a Chicago fan. He made fun of the Cubs recently, which same brother. They're in Cancun too. I know I saw Chicago Cubs being like, oh, he roots for those White Sox. I'm like, guys are all in Cancun right now. It all makes sense to me, brother. That's all my notes on the NFL. I have one funny note of this is the time of year where people put out basketball stats and football stats together. And I saw a graphic of, these are like the teams that have given up less than 70 points a game in like the top 60 in defensive efficiency. And UH was on there. I go, that's not that good. 70 points a game. That's actually really bad. And I realized they were talking about basketball. I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, oh, that's not good. So that's all my notes from this week here in sports. So,
all right, let's do our picks, and then we'll wrap things up.
I went 10-5 last week, and I am 57, 35-1 on the season.
I went 11-4. I'm 55, 37-1.
There we go. Nice. All right. Catching up.
Started off Thursday Night Football. You guys already know the results. We will know the results by the time this comes out. Steelers at Bengals.
Steelers. Huh?
I agree, Steelers. Rams at Jaguars.
Rams.
Jaguars. I'm going Jaguars.
Yeah.
That's international.
Oh, another fucking international game.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
I forget every week.
Eagles at Vikings.
Vikings. The Eagles have looked like ass lately.
Vikings. Oh, damn, I thought that's one we were going to be different on. Patriots at Titans.
Patriots.
Panthers at Jets.
Panthers.
Jets. I think this is it. I think this is the last
probably
time
gonna
I'll ever
happen.
pick the Jets. If they don't win this game, because Panthers are a way better team than people think. By the way, Panthers are a way better. People still think like Panthers ass.
Yeah.
No, they're playing really well some of the time. Other times they're getting their ass kicked, and I think they've had a couple good games. Time for ass kicking. Then they'll. Well, I don't know if the Jets can really kick anyone's ass, but
they'll win somehow.
I don't know, man. Like Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Justin Fields. Like these are names that I'm just like, oh, this should be explosive offense. Justin Fields, his running capabilities are incredible, but his passing leads much to be desired. And I'm just like, score the points. I keep taking Jets overs.
I think at some point this is just on you. Like this isn't even them. This is on you.
This is like your who was it last year? Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Yeah. You could not get off the Cardinals.
And I picked them every game. I think except for maybe one. It's infuriating.
Yeah. So I just I have Jets over Panthers. Probably a dumb idea. Dolphins at Browns.
I'm saying Browns, and I'm saying this is a Shador game. I'm saying Shador comes out at some point in this game.
You saying they bench Gabriel?
I think Gabriel's gonna have an okay game, not a good game, and they'll be like, "Fuck it, let's just put Shador in." It's gonna be like close or either tied or they're gonna be losing. They say, "Fuck it, what do we have to lose? Let's put Shador in. He's gonna win," and then we're gonna have a conversation about that for fucking weeks, and then he's not gonna be as good for the rest of the weeks.
So big win against the Dolphins, if you can call that a big win. And then,
it's a win, yeah.
Well, and then everyone's super hyped about Shador. And then Shador does not play as well as people think he will. Is that your take?
That's my take. Should we have a Shador game? Then we have discourse for a week about how Shador is actually the best quarterback in the league, and then Shador plays like he did at Colorado, and we never have to worry about that again. But he will probably be their quarterback for they'll have like some weird thing with Dylan Gabriel and Shador, and they'll like it'll be like Challengers, the movie, where there's a lot of sexual tension. I don't know.
Jesus. All right. Saints at Bears.
Bears.
Raiders at Chiefs.
Chiefs, because they're back.
Chiefs, but Raiders always play the Chiefs so dirty, man. I love them. I love the Chiefs. The Chiefs Raiders game, outside of the NFC or AFC North and NFC East, those feel like the biggest rivalry games to me.
Yeah.
Where do we leave off? Colts at Chargers.
Colts.
I
call this a good game alert.
Okay. Giants at Broncos.
Broncos, my team this year.
I'm going Giants. I don't know why. I like Jackson Dart, man.
It's actually, I think Scatterbo and Dart together are exciting whites of the season. It's cold ass white boys of the season. At the same time, I have to go Broncos.
Packers at Cardinals.
Packers.
Yeah. Commanders at Cowboys.
I forgot to write that down. We're gonna say Commanders.
I'm gonna go
Forgot
Cowboys.
to write it down.
Falcons at 49ers.
49ers because they have great run defense.
Going Falcons. Buccaneers at Lions.
Bucks.
Over. No, Lions.
I
saw that game on the schedule. I was like,
over. That's the easiest over you ever hit.
No, it's not. It's not. It's gonna be so. It's 53.
Oh,
I took it, but it's 53. That's high, bro.
I mean, 28-25 final score.
Yeah, I can see. No, it's doable. It's possible. Yeah. But well, actually, it's a lot of points.
Is it 50? If it's actually 53, was that a hit?
That would be a push.
Okay.
Which means just money back for everyone.
Okay. So you won like 26-28 or something like that.
Yeah. Or 30-27. That would be perfect.
Okay. So yeah, that'd be perfect.
Texans at Seahawks.
Texans. I'm back on the Texans.
Fuck. Yeah, I was like, this is my first time I'm going to pick the Texans all season. I'm going to surprise him. Yeah, I'm going Texans.
Yeah, I'm back on the train, so we'll see what happens, though.
Heading over to my side of things, last week I went 7-8 to bring my record up to 50, 48, and 2. Just treading water, man.
Gonna make it somehow.
So we'll know the result of this one already. Steelers -5.5, Jaguars +3, Jets money line, Raiders +12.5, Browns -2.5, Patriots -6.5, Saints Bears over 46.5, and Bears -4.5. Eagles Vikings under 44, Colts money line, Giants +7, Packers -6.5, Commanders Cowboys over 55. Also awesome. Falcons 49ers over 47.5, Buccaneers and Lions over 53, and Texans +3. That's nice. That's it for me, man. That's all I got.
Yeah, perfect. That's it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be actually a good weekend when it comes to football and just sports except for the NLCS, but just sports in general.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Brewers can turn it around. Power of friendship.
That's cute. I like that you have hope.
No, there's no
you need to have.
They're going back to back, bro.
Yeah, they're going back to back. They're gonna fucking sweep the Mariners somehow too. It's just the power of money. It's honestly just like this is a great. Honestly, there's a thesis out there from some PhD student that's going to include this as like its main point. So I don't know what it is.
Power of money.
Power of money versus the power of friendship. Why money is real and friendship isn't.
You've heard of Moneyball? Now welcome to Ball Money.
You've heard of Moneyball. Welcome to money. ... He gets on base. Okay. How's $700 million?
He can pitch and hit. Great. He gets $7 million a year. How did you get that? We deferred $63 million per year on a that he's getting paid. He's getting paid really $70 million a year, but that's tax evasion problem later on.
We actually signed a Scientology billion-year contract with him. We'll pay him over 1 billion years. So
once the flying spaghetti monster picks us up or whatever.
Once Lord Zeno leads praise. All right, Brian, where can the people find you?
You can find me across all social medias at Org Polaris, AURICPOLARIS, especially at twitch.tv/Org Polaris. Continuing Elden Ring, Pico Park next week, and maybe some Space Marine 2 next week. Jordan, where can the people find you?
Find me at Jordan's Thoughts on Twitter and across all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, with Moonstamp Sports. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate your continued support. Please like, share, subscribe, rate, whatever you can do wherever you are. We will see you next week.
Let's have a weekend.